You are a superstar. Symbol of a woman who be working for herself. You are a superstar. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. You a vlogger, fashion over. You a being one less than a mugoza. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie.
Hi ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's your girl, I'm Ninja aka Miss Via Focal, bring back for all entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that I subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now my ninjas, we're going to talk about Khumalo today. We're going to talk about Khumalo, her family, Owamie, obviously. And there are just two things that I'm going to go ahead and touch on, and then obviously we're gonna go ahead and continue. But you guys know how we do it. So the first one that I'm going to talk about, you guys, is obviously Advocate Defo, if I'm not too mistaken, if I'm pronouncing him right. He's the one that is basically representing the suspects that have been arrested. So basically, from what I've understand, he's saying that there's a docket that was actually saying that Khumalo was the mastermind behind the death of Senzo, allegedly, okay, because I've not seen it, and that how come the guys that actually did it arrested, yet the mastermind, obviously as what the docket is saying, would be out there not arrested. So he's pushing for a warrant of arrest to be for Khumalo, which obviously at this point is not out yet. I did obviously watch, I can't remember which station that was, but they were basically saying that, you guys, he's saying that he gave them, I think, 20 days, or on the 20th, that's when he needs to basically get the answer on what is going on, and then if not, they're going to go ahead and continue with the next steps, which I'm just sitting out here like Khumalo is out here with them bodyguards and all that. It's a mess, honey, okay? Years and years later, is still a whole damn mess. Now, of course, there was also allegations that are saying that there is an eyewitness that is alleging that Khumalo is the one that pulled the trigger. Apparently, it was an accident. There's a lot that is going on, okay? There's a lot that is going on with this case. And I'm just like, can this thing just come to an end already? This guy has died a long time ago. A lot of people around this case have died. This is, I feel like at this point it's just too much. There's a documentary on Netflix. Nothing is making sense. The documentary, this episode, you think, oh, killing you something. The next one, you're like, the wife. You're like, the robbery. It's a mess. It's a mess, okay? Now the next part that I'm going to talk about, that I was actually more interested on, is the one where Musa Kaula was alleging that Khumalo and her sister, they are going to get over 20 million rands, or allegedly they've signed a deal with Netflix. The documentary, obviously, or rather I think maybe a sit-down interview for them to explain what happened that day. Now obviously 20 million plus rands is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. It would definitely bring an ex-sister and an ex-sister back together. Remember, there was a time that Kelly was calling her sister her ex-sister. So I do see the ex part being dropped, and oh, my sister for 20 million rands, I'd also drop it. But I think it's going to be the worst thing that they will have ever done for themselves, if obviously this is the truth. If this is the truth, they were alleging that, obviously I'm thinking that they would definitely wanna make sure that they actually push it as quick as possible, have this recorded, edited and put on Netflix quick whilst this case is still up and down, because then it's going to bring them the viewers, and obviously then they can be able to make their money back. And if obviously they were to wanna wait after, we don't know, what if maybe the end result is that these two are actually gonna be thrown in jail? So I think that it is something that they're going to definitely do their best to try and actually have it happen earlier. Now, the reason why I'm saying that this would be the worst thing that they will have ever done for themselves is because those sisters, you guys, they contradict themselves, in my personal opinion. And it's not only just them. The thing is, it's not even a matter of, it's a matter of someone who come say this, then the other person that was in the house will come say that, and then this story does not match that one, and then that story is not making sense, and then that one is not adding to two with that other one. Speak on Samarkand. So I definitely feel like it's gonna be one of the worst, because if they do those interviews and there's certain information that they miss, they don't get together, that can literally be used against them in the court of law. So I don't know, obviously it would work best for them if they were to do the interview after the court trial, but we don't know. Are they gonna be free people after this? We don't know. However, it's gonna work best for the network if they were to do it now, put it up now when this whole hype is still around it, for them to make their money back. And if they're paying you 20 million rands, I think that you'd be like, Bona, let's just go in. But it might actually be the freedom they're gambling with, and that's my personal opinion when it comes to this, because they definitely need to make sure that they're gonna have their stories together. Everything has to be together, and they need to tell the truth, because if they lie on any situation there, and now they're in court, and now they have to testify under oath, and other things are not even matching with what maybe they were saying on the documentary, then it's a problem, Shibabamke, because you can actually be arrested if you lie in the court of law under oath. They call it perjury, and you can literally even get, if I'm not too mistaken, was it the maximum of 6 months in prison, like behind bars. So yeah, you can actually get arrested for that. So I just don't think that is the greatest idea, if obviously this is the truth. And the other aspect again is that, yes, I did see some people saying that this is so shitty of them to actually try and make money out of Usenzo's death, like so much money out of his passing. His family is still there. You guys saw the documentary. His mother was still even crying for the bed that he had promised her. It is such a shame, guys. Stay away from side chicks, you will end up dead. I don't understand how many times we should tell you guys. Your mothers and fathers will cry, your parents will suffer, your children will suffer, all because of what? 2 seconds. You know yourselves most. Okay, let me be very careful of these side chicks. So at this point, you guys, we don't know. I don't know if it's the truth or not, but if it is the truth, yes, I do feel it's also just selfish, you know. But then again, if someone comes and offers you money to sit down and talk, would you decline it? I wouldn't. But it still wouldn't make it right? But yeah, I just I have a bad feeling when it comes to this. My vendor eye is not showing me positive things. So this shame doesn't higher. If there's anything I will tell you is that be very careful, and you guys need to get your stories together. And unfortunately, these two have not been in good terms for quite some time. Even if they can get back together, there's still gonna be that thing. You know how it is, they say you can never love the same way twice. You know, I feel like they will always have reservations for each other because of everything that went on, because it's been a while. It's actually been a while. So yeah, I want you guys to go and comment down below what you guys think of this whole situation. What do you think of obviously this other docket that they're saying that is actually saying that, oh, Kelly was the mastermind and oh whatever, but they arrested the other ones and she was not arrested? And what do you think about this over 20 million rands deal with Netflix? Allegedly, you know, if it was you, would you do it? I feel like I would definitely do it, like, but not in these circumstances. No, no ways. I like, guys, I'm claustrophobic, so my freedom is very important freedom is too important. I would rather lose 20 million or 10, obviously if they're gonna split, and be a free person. Okay, money cannot buy my freedom unless it's 100 million. Guys, I joke too much, but no, money cannot buy my freedom. I can't go be a slave for money. No, it's just But anyway, we'll see exactly what goes on. From Owamie, I love you guys. Stay blessed, and I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye, Natures.